feminism has been taken out of context because we see that some female feminists are beginning to hate on the male. As a woman in the world, it's been a long time journey to get into where we are today, as opposed to centuries ago where just being a woman and being able to air your view was not a welcoming act by some societies. The place where the woman is right now, as opposed to some centuries ago, is a place where a woman's voice can be heard, is a place where a woman can stand upright to speak out against any injustice meted against her. An era where a woman is able to work diligently and be able to feed herself and contribute as well economically to the family. It's been a worthwhile journey. Of course, there's still a lot to be done. To be a woman is more earthy, and when I say earthy, I mean it in a spiritual way, in that for there to be life at all, human life at all, there must be a woman there. Because it is through the presence of a woman as a human that procreation can actually be made manifest. Hello everyone, welcome back to Breakage Barriers. My name is Blessing. It's been a while I've been off posting videos as usual, but glad to be back once again to carry on this mission, which is so endearing to me. Having a sperm without the egg of a woman is unproductive, and vice versa. But for that human baby which is formed to be able to have all the necessary nutrients needed for that baby to be formed as a healthy child or as a healthy human, the womb of the woman is needed. It is in this womb that the child is able to grow from that tiny seed to a full-grown human in the womb of the woman. The presence of a woman can be seen as the pathway to life, as the body of the woman has been naturally created to bring forth human life into the earth. The question is, shouldn't that human called woman be a necessary asset to life, to humanity, and should be highly protected, just like the womb of the woman initially did for the baby, be it a boy or a girl. It is while the baby is in the womb of the woman that this baby is able to be highly protected from the dangers outside its dwelling. The womb of the woman is a protective place for every living baby. The womb of a woman serves as a protective dwelling where this baby can be kept safe from dangers that are foreign to its environment, because of the fact that that embryo needs protection from circumstances that can make the baby not to be able to develop into a fully grown human being. The womb of a woman serves much more to every living human being, because that's the pathway to life. So take note that the womb of the woman and the woman herself has served as a protection to every human being that exists today. It is part of life, or the circle of life, that whatever you give is what you get, in that the womb of a woman has protected this living embryo for the duration of 9 months, until that baby is pushed out of the body of the woman, and still have to continue to be dependent on the body of that woman when it comes to nurturing The body of that woman still serves as a source of food through breastfeeding for the duration of 6 months or more. So the woman has, in a way, given protection to every child that comes through her body by feeding, nurturing, caring, guiding, loving, assisting. To the extent that while giving those services to that embryo and eventually baby, the woman has to sacrifice her own lifestyle because of the depth of her love for this creature, beautiful creature that's been created through her body and come through to the world at large. So what I'm saying is the woman has given love, has given support, given guidance, and most importantly, protection for that baby when needed. So as the circle of life revolves round giving and receiving, the reward of the woman when either one of these children, male or female, grow up, they are able to, in a way of saying, thank you, mom, or thank you, woman, for being that pathway for me to be able to come through the world, by also standing up for the woman in way of protection, love, guidance, and if possible, provision, just like her body served to that living embryo. Especially when a child happened to be a male child, because the male child is naturally strong physically. Now, some people might argue against this, that, oh yeah, some female are also built to be strong physically. That can be correct as well, but in general terms, the male gender is usually physically endowed with strength to do some other things that the body of the woman is not built to do. And there's a balance to this when you really take a deep look at it, because physically the woman's body is strong enough to go through pregnancy, to go through labor, and to be able to push that child out. That's a physical strength as well. And that's naturally gifted to every woman's body, physical body. You can't find such physical strength when it comes to the physical body of the male gender, in that the male's physical body is not built to handle such experience, especially for the fact that the body of the woman have to go through those physical experiences of pregnancy. I don't think there's much physical strength left, and that's where the male gender comes in. So as a woman, we can't do everything, just like we cannot pregnate ourselves. We need the man, and the man cannot be on earth without going through the womb of the woman. So we need each other, don't we? That's where the beauty lies. So the male gender is also meant to complement, especially as an adult, is a way of appreciation. So should the child as well be able to be a source of protection to the woman in her most weakest time. When the body of a woman goes through childbearing, gradually that body becomes slightly weaker, won't be as strong as, because it's giving its strength to bearing, to bringing forth life, to insulating the child, to protecting the child or embryo. So it shouldn't be on the basis of, oh, I'm a man, I'm strong, I'm more important in the society than you are as a woman. That's not the case. Because remember, before you became a man, you were once an embryo in the womb of the woman, being nurtured by the woman. Then you become an adult. So is that the time to use your strength as a man, as a male gender, to oppress, suppress the one that has given to you? Shouldn't that be the time to be able to stand up, to uphold, to protect that female gender? Because I find that in the ancient African culture, pre-colonization, the place of a woman was a significant position. The place of a woman was earthy. The place of a woman was spiritual. The place of a woman was a place where wisdom can be attained because of the experience of motherhood. But the type of feminism that we uphold in today's era is a type of feminism where the male gender is being seen as a threat to the female gender, and in the last few decades has now become a competitive place of patriarchy. But pre-colonization in the ancient African culture, matriarchy was in place. Matriarchy was in place not because the woman was superior to the man. Matriarchy was in place because of the significant position the woman holds as a mother, as the nurturer, as the one who incubates life, as the one who brings forth life, as the one whose body wraps around providing, nurturing every life, be it a female child or a male child. So when we look at this in-depthly, in a spiritual way, there's not much difference between the male and the female, in that we complement each other. And I'm not talking about neutral gender here. I'm talking about complementing each other. We each have our roles, our responsibilities, to the extent that we each cannot do without each other. For the woman to be able to bring the life, having the seed, the woman is more like the soil. For the seed, called the sperm, to be able to germinate, if I can use that word, it needs a soil. It needs a good ground. It is when the seed is planted in the soil that there can be growth and life. So the seed and the soil complement each other, just like the male gender and the female gender when it comes to procreation, when it comes to life, when it comes to living out our main essence of being here on earth. We need each other. We complement each other. Patriarchy without the woman fitting in a balanced way is disaster. And matriarchy without the male fitting in a balanced way is another disaster for recipe. There must be balance for each one of us to be able to appreciate each other's attributes, each other's composition, each other's gifts, so we can treat each other as significant as we truly are. With this, I say thank you very much for watching and listening. See you in my next video.